Today, we have a brand new update from Google Gemini. It's the one we've all been waiting for, which is Google Gemini 3.0. So, it literally just got announced November the 18th. As you can see a few hours ago, they've said Gemini 3 is our most intelligent model that helps bring any idea to life. We're going to be testing out today. Now, if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. If you have a certain prompt that you want me to test, feel free to ask as well. We'll test it together. Interestingly, I actually checked my Gemini before, and I don't think I've got access. If I check down here, I can't see 3.0 available inside, but I think it's just currently rolling out because it's brand new. And also, I can get access on Open Router instead. So if I go to models over here, you can actually get access to Gemini 3.0 Pro preview inside the model section. So go to openrouter.ai and then go to Gemini 3.0 preview over here. All right. And then you can start using it inside the chat. Now, if you're wondering, okay, how does it perform? So it's still got a million context token window. These are the prices for using the API. And then you can see how it works over here. Some of the top apps using it. So it's available inside like Client, root code, you can code with it, Agent Zero, etc. And we're going to be testing it out together. So if you also want a free guide on how to use Google Gemini and how to basically save time and scale your business with Google Gemini 3.0, I've actually put together a whole guide and prompt inside the AI Success Lab. Link in the comment description, completely free if you want to get access to that. And we're going to start testing this out in a second. So let's have a look at the updates and what it means and how it works, etc. So you can see here, they've said nearly 2 years ago, we kicked off the Gemini era, one of our biggest scientific and product endeavors ever taken as a company. Since then, it's been incredible to see how much people love it. AI Overviews now have 2 billion users every month, which is pretty insane, to be fair, 2 billion users. And you can see the Gemini app surpasses 650 million users per month. More than 70% of their cloud customers also use AI, right? So, I mean, the uptake of Google Gemini has been absolutely wild. I mean, I think a lot of people watching this love it already, but Google Gemini 3.0 has just come out, of course, and they've said today we're taking another big step on the path toward AGI and releasing Gemini 3. It's the best model in the world for multimodal understanding and most powerful agentic and vibe coding model yet, delivering richer visuals, deeper interactivity, all built on a foundation of state-of-the-art reasoning. Now, they've said we're beginning the Gemini 3.0 era, and I'm just going to put a poll inside the chat there. And yeah, you can see. So we're beginning the Google Gemini 3 era by releasing Gemini 3.3 Pro in preview and making it available today across the suite of Google products so you can use it in your daily life to learn, build, and plan anything. Also introducing Gemini 3 Deep Think, an enhanced reasoning model that pushes Gemini performance further. So this is going to be interesting and fun to test. Let's keep scrolling down now. What else we got? State-of-the-art reasoning. I mean, you can see the benchmarks here. So you can see how it performs. So you got humanities last exam. Let's take a look at this. All right, so Gemini 3.0 Pro. How does it perform? So humanities last exam compared to Gemini 2.5 Pro, it's almost doubled, isn't it? Compared to Claude Sonnet 4.5 as well, it's absolutely destroying it. And then, even compare, I mean, GPT 5.1 was not very good, but when you compare these directly, you can see that Gemini 3 Pro is just so much better than 5.1 as well. And that is a new release, right? That only came out last week or something like that. So the steps up, and the development here is pretty advanced. You can see the evaluation methodology over here as well. So you can see how it's been tested and that sort of thing. But basically, it outperforms all the other models right now. Easy Win says, I'm noticing it's way more creative at coming up with new stuff now. So that's going to be fun. What else we got here? Gemini 3.0 also brings a new depth of nuance, blah, blah, blah. Let's test this out. Just going to have a look at this. All right, shader inspired by plasma flows confinement in a tokamak. Add orbit controls. Return a single HTML page. I have no idea what that means, but why not test it out? All right, so we're going to go over to Gemini 3.0 Pro over here. We'll go in the chat. Then we're going to paste in that image. I'll just say type this out. I imagine it's probably quite slow whilst it's rolling out to everyone and whilst everyone's testing it, but let's see. And then Easy Win says, why are they scared of releasing DeepThink? Is it really capable of doing a lot? I think they just have to be careful, like from a legal perspective, you know, when they release this sort of stuff. And also they don't want to go too fast, right? So we've got the prompt over here, and then we're going to click on interactive app and we'll paste in that right now. Now we've got the HTML being coded. So you've got version 1. It's reasoning first and then it will code out in a second. So we'll see how that performs. Let's see how it did on the video. Write a written word piece, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Soundtrack intensity. Oh, that's interesting. So I think you can add soundtracks on top of whatever you create. Then you got Gemini 3 DeepThink, which I've not seen yet, but basically this is another new model that's coming out soon. Basically, they say this pushes the boundaries of intelligence even further, delivering a step change in Gemini's reasoning and multimodal understanding capabilities, right, to solve even more complex problems. This is still generating. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a sec. And then you can see Gemini 3 DeepThink over here. So, I mean, already Gemini 3.0 Pro was doing pretty well, but now you can see that compared to that, DeepThink is superior in pretty much every single way. It wins on Humanity's Last Exam versus Gemini, Claude, GPT-5, and GPT-5.1. And then also the same for Gemini 3 DeepThink on GPQA Scientific Knowledge. So you see it beats Gemini 3 Pro, 2.5 Pro, Sonnet, GPT-5 Pro, and also GPT 5.1, right? And the same for ARC. So DeepThink is going to be insane. But to be honest, I didn't really use DeepThink, the previous model. Why is this? Let's go to the preview here. Has this failed? Well, I mean, it's failed on the API anyway, so. I mean, there's a lot of hype about it, but it's not coded anything good here, right? And that's from the actual demo. Maybe it's rolling out on OpenRouter and it's not very good when everyone's using it, but let's see. So I'm going to try something else now. This is something that even Gemini struggled with before. So all the models pretty much failed at this, but we'll try this now. So I'm going to say create a PS5 controller in HTML. Just go with something simpler because it failed on that one before. And we'll see what we get. So it's starting to code that right now. We'll see how it does. So it's mapping it out. Generating right now. Let's keep going through, see what else we got here. Okay, it might be better in AI Studio, actually, just thinking about it. Maybe we'll try it in AI Studio instead. So it's doing it over here. Let's see what we've got. So we've got model. If you go to aistudio.google.com, it's available here too. So you can select the model and then you can choose Gemini 3.0 Pro or Pro Preview. So we'll go with that one. That's the default. And then if we go inside here and we'll click on build, we can start building apps with it directly too. Bear in mind, there are limits on this, so you get a certain quota. So just be careful with that, but it will start coding here. So you can see it's coding on the right, on the left. Pretty simple and easy to use. Whilst waiting for that to load, we can also build stuff inside NA10 too. It is quite slow on the API for sure. Cool thing is, if you build directly inside AI Studio, you can also use the APIs from Layer 3 and stuff like that as well. So now we've got the game. I'm just going to mute that, and then we're going to use WSAD to move and space to fire. Let's try this out. Still not that great, is it? So this is the game from Gemini 3.0 Pro. I'm pretty sure if we put that exact same prompt into Claude, we'd get a better output. So let's try it on Claude, for example. And then we'll plug this in. So we've got AI Studio and Gemini 3 over here. And then we have Claude over here. I just have a feeling that Claude's going to do a better job. If you rate as well, let me know in the comments, rate this out of 10. I'd like to know what you think here. Now, if we wanted to build an AI agent with Gemini 3.0 Pro, we should be able to do that here. So if we type in AI agent, go over here, chat model, and then if we type in, well, you can do this two ways. You could use Google Gemini chat model, or you could use OpenRouter. So you could just plug in OpenRouter over here, and then select, for example, Gemini 3.0 Pro. If not, you should be able to use, let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look here. Yes, you got Gemini Pro latest, Gemini Pro preview. There you go. So you can actually plug in your account here, add your API key, select model, and then you can use Gemini 3.0 Pro inside NA10 too, using that. Mark says, love Gemini 3, but it didn't blow my mind, lol. I would agree. I think so far from what I've seen, not that impressed. This is much nicer now, actually. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It just improve the prompt. Okay, let's have a look here. So Claude has done the same sort of thing. This is pretty nice, but it's 2D, isn't it? It's pretty flat and it's pretty basic. If we compare the game of this versus, and bear in mind we asked for a 3D spaceship game, right? And also, yeah, it's only in 2D. But if we compare this versus Google AI Studio, so let's reboot this. This is more crazy and interesting, right? For sure. So I would say Gemini 3 did do a much better job than Claude for that output. And then if we have a look at AI Studio, this one was not so great, right? This was super basic and didn't work at all. And then if you want to use it inside N10, I'm showing you how to do it. So you just connect Google Gemini into the chat and then select 3.0 preview. Synth wave vibes, yeah, I would agree with that. And then we've got the PS5 controller over here as well. I mean, it's pretty realistic, isn't it? And then you can use you can press like enter to use a cross, or PS5 button, press space, arrows uses the D-pad, and then WASD uses the sticks, right? Like you can see, that's pretty cool. If we compare that to Claude, I actually tested this out yesterday. So if we go back to chats now, and then we have a look at the PS5 controller from Claude, pretty bad, right? In comparison, let's just, yeah. I mean, so that's the Gemini 3.0 example. Pretty good. Like, I mean, you can use it. It's very interactive. It has a nice little guide on how to use it below. And then everything is kind of like connected and created together. But then if we have a look at Claude's output, it's pretty bad, right? So I would say that Claude is on, Gemini 3 Pro is on a new level compared to Claude. Seems a lot more powerful, a lot better, etc. So let's have a look what people are saying on X as well. So if we scroll through, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, said, "Congrats to Google on Gemini 3. Looks like a great model. Pretty nice." What else we got here? The Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, said it's the best model in the world for multimodal understanding and our most powerful agentic plus vibe coding model yet. For sure, that's got to be with AI, right? That's been written with AI, I'm pretty sure. 1.2 million views on that. Pretty insane. What else we got here? Gemini 3 Pro, our most intelligent model. Yeah, so to reasoning, 1501, ELO on LM score. For sure, like Google are just leading the race, aren't they? Mark says, "It's crazy that every day I came here and there's something new that comes out. What's coming next? Any leaks you know of?" I actually heard that, for example, Nano Banana is coming out soon. There's going to be a new update for that. So that's going to be fun. And the Diva says, Gemini 3.0 handling the logic whilst my neurons are buffering. For sure. Why don't I have it yet? I have the Pro subscription plan. I have the Pro subscription plan too. I don't have it. But again, like you can get access inside AI Studio, right? So if you go to AI Studio, you can get access here. It's currently rolling out. Bear in mind, it's brand new, right? So if I check my models, I actually do have 3 Pro now. So it says 3 Pro, which is great. But I think it'll be rolling out to some people. I think that wasn't there before when I checked. So Just be aware of that. You can check by having a look at the drop down. And then for mine, for example, it says thinks through complex topics with 3 Pro. So make sure that you select thinking and then just double check it is 3 Pro if you want to get access to this and you want to check if you've got it. But I'm on the Ultra plan as well, so maybe they roll it out to people on the Ultra plan first and then roll it out to everyone else later. Too, that's something else to be aware of. So, any other tests that people want to see? I would be interested. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to ChatGPT and I'll say, okay, knowing what you know about me, give me some useful but simple app suggestions. And we'll do some more tests. For some reason, ChatGPT 5.1 calls me mate every single time now. Is anyone... The disrespect. So, productivity and focus. For some reason, I asked for like app suggestions to build as well, right? To build myself. And then it just gives me other people's apps. Okay, great. Thank you, ChatGPT 5.1. Right, so let's switch over now. Okay, let's try this one. Build a web app that lets me write my top 3 priorities each morning. Marks them as done. Saves my entries in local storage so I can see yesterday's list. Okay, we'll go over here. And then we're going to go to Gemini, plug that in, and we'll see what we get back. In the meantime, we're going to go over to Claude as well. Gemini 3 already beat Claude in terms of the space game and also the PS5 controller and HTML. Mark says, ChatGPT sucks, not gonna lie, I don't even use it anymore. Yeah, like the last 7 days, it's just been so bad. It's been so bad, it's crazy. And Salami Nugget is looking for an AI girlfriend. So, okay, top bants today, top banter. Let's see what else we got here. What else are people building this with this? There's some people are saying like there's not a massive step up versus the previous ones. Antigravity, new agentic first software IDE. That's going to be interesting. Some people saying it is going to replace Cursor, for example. Have a look at this. I'm not even going to use ChatGPT anymore. We're going to use Gemini 3.0 Pro. I'm going to say, tell me everything I need to know about Google's new anti-gravity agentic IDE. Plus, give me a full guide on it. And we'll come back to that in a sec. Anti-gravity is already out. You should try it. I might do another video on that. I'm actually going to tell my team of editors to do a video on that. So Google just released Antigravity, a major new agentic IDE designed to compete directly with tools like Cursor and Windsurf. That is interesting. I mean, they're just dominating, aren't they? Google, like they're too good, and they're everywhere as well. Google Antigravity is an AI-assisted development environment, unlike traditional IDEs that simply add an AI chat box to the side. Antigravity is built from the ground up to be agentic. That means you don't just ask it to write code snippet by snippet. You act as an architect. Okay, so it's kind of like Cursor or whatever. And then you got 3 services, so Agent Manager, Editor, Browser Integration. Ah, that's cool. So you can test it out inside your Chrome as well. It's using Gemini 3 Pro as the core model, whereas Cursor and Windsurf, I think they have new models than that. I don't think they rely solely on that, but yeah. It's been a while since I used Cursor and Windsurf simply because the demand for it on YouTube was not there. I'll tell you that for free. All right, so we're going to go over to our app now. Let's put in the priorities. And then we can tick it off. Okay, so it's coding everything really nicely here. Super easy as well to use. Ask the editors to explain the difference between using Antigravity versus an AI Studio. Okay, let's try that. So just to be clear here, like AI Studio is where you can code and build apps directly here. And then you've also got Antigravity, which is a new IDE from Google using Gemini 3 Pro, which is an agentic kind of alternative and competitor to Cursor and Windsurf. So let's have a look. So AI Studio is a playground. Think of this like a sketchbook or science lab. You go here to talk to the AI and test ideas. You ask it questions like write a poem about a cat, whatever, and you can build apps inside there. You can also use, it's like testing a new pen on a scrap of paper to see if the ink color is pretty. Okay, I like that. Google Antigravity is like the robot construction team. This is like a full workshop of robot helpers, right? So you go here to build like bigger things. I assume it's local as well when you're using Antigravity. And then if you want to just get like quick apps built, you would use AI Studio. But if you want to make like a real app or a real game or something bigger, then you would use Antigravity, basically. That's the difference. So I'm loving Gemini 3, actually. I think it's pretty good so far. It had a tough start, but it's actually getting a lot better now. I think once you figure it out. Let's see what else we can do here. So I'm going to say, okay, let's go over to your apps and see if we can build something here. Create a new app. And then we should be able to use Google search data as well. So if we use Google search data in Gemini 3 preview, and then we'll say, okay, create based on the topic I give you, create an amazing guide that's beautifully formatted, text only, with emojis, third grade language, with everything I'd need to know on that particular topic. It will be a lead magnet for my videos, e.g. Gemini 3.0 Pro Ultimate Guide. The topic will change each time. Search the web for the latest info, turn that into an amazing guide plus giveaway that people would love. Let's try and build that out. So basically what we're doing is building like a lead magnet generation machine using the Gemini 3.0 app builder. So we're using Gemini 3.0 preview, as you can see over here. And then we should be able to build that app. And then if you want to get access to this, I'll put it inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So if you go to Classroom, then we shall go to SAP updates over here. And I'll plug this in over here. So let's see what we got here. And inside the poll, we've had 33 votes for whether it's insane or not insane. All right, so you can see the poll here. And 79% have said it's insane. So if you see insane in the title, we've all agreed, the 80-20 have agreed that it is insane. So let's go to the app we built. Where is it now? Over here. All right. So what do you want to teach? Enter a topic and we'll search a web to build the ultimate beginner's guide for you. So I'm going to put Gemini 3.0 Pro inside here, hit generate. It's based on live web data, so it's using Google's API. I like the UI of this. It looks super nice. And then we've got the guide right here, right? Pretty nice. I would just say improve the formatting so it has headings plus H2s, H3s, etc. No tables. What else do we want to add inside there? Include 100 plus, 50 to 100 plus use cases / tips inside each guide. What else do we want to add? I want to say tailor this to my audience, which is B2B. If it's about AI, include prompts plus anything more useful. We can also save that as a PDF. I really like that feature. Look at that. It should be about 1,000 words. Every sentence on a new line. Yeah, that'll do for now. All right, let's make those changes. So you can see how easy it is to build an app now. And you can see that Gemini, but by the way, I've tried something similar with 2.5 Pro and it did create something really nice, but it doesn't look as good as that. I'm actually going to pull up the example of that so you can see and compare them side by side. Here's an example of like another tool I've built for live streams, but this is with Gemini 2.5 Pro, right? So you'll see a big difference in the UI between them. So this is Gemini 2.5 Pro. Just doesn't look quite as nice as this one, which looks and feels more like a SaaS product, right? I mean, you've basically built a website and an app in like one single click. And this is on a live stream, you know, when there's a lot of pressure to get it right and it can easily mess up and stuff like that. So let's click Gemini 3.0 Pro over here. Powered by 2.5 Flash and Google Search. If you want to, I'm going to publish this now. But if you want to get access to that, I'm going to put the link to the lead magnet app here. So that's inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And if you want to get a full guide on this, I'll put it inside the AI Profit Boardroom as well. There you go. Nice. There we go. I still don't like the way it's not broken up. So there's no line spaces or anything like that. And there's no H2 tags. That's the only thing that I would say. Let's save it as a PDF and see what we get. Doesn't seem to work for the PDF option. Okay, so there's still some bugs in this. Like it's not Not perfect by any means. So I'd say make sure you add nice line spacing plus the headings, etc. Super messy. Let's take a screenshot of this. Then we'll go back over to the chat here, paste that in, and just say, see example attached. It's super messy, plus hard to use. Can you improve the UI of the guide that you create so it looks more beautiful? Also, the save as PDF option doesn't work. So it's making less mistakes, but it's still not perfect. Like, don't expect, you know, I saw a lot of stuff on X about like how you can one shot with this and all that sort of stuff. But if you're building something a bit more complex, it requires more understanding. It's going to take a bit more time, right? So you can see it's thinking and creating that bit. But if you want access to that app and the guide, just go to the AI Profit Boardroom Classroom and then go down to new SOP updates, November 2025 onwards, and you'll see the guide at the top of it here, right? There you go. I want to see what they've done with, oh, this is interesting. So you can get Google Antigravity Experience Liftoff with the next generation IDE. You can download it for Mac OS. Let's download it for here. I'm on a Mac Mini, so I don't know if that's going to be able to handle it and the live stream at the same time, but we can try and test it, see if the live stream breaks. And then Google Antigravity is our agentic development platform, evolving the IDE into the first agent first era. Here we go, blah, blah, blah. Agent first experience. Built for developers for the agent first era. Lots of information here. Okay. There's not actually not that much information about it, how it works, but let's go to the downloads here and we shall install it. Let's grab that, plug that in. That should be installed now. Let's open up Antigravity. What's going on here? Just copying it. All right, this should be fun. Thanks for that. Okay, we'll try the guide as well in the background. And in the meantime, we'll go over to Antigravity and see what we got. Open up. If the camera starts lagging and stuff like that, just let me know. Because, you know, typically IDEs, they make things a little bit slower. So we'll see what we get in a sec. Elsa, good to see you here. Elsa's an AI Profit Boardroom member, so I appreciate you reposting the stream. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. Super kind. And then we've got different options for the theme types. We've got dark, Tokyo night, light, and solarized light. I think I prefer dark out of all of them. Let's try Tokyo. I do like Tokyo. I'm a big fan. I went a couple of months ago. Beautiful place. So we got agent-driven development, agent-assisted development, review-driven development, and custom configuration. I'm going to go with agent-assisted because that's a recommended option, and I do not know how to code. Then we can install extensions. We've got options between Vim and normal key bindings and install. I don't know what any of that means. I'll be honest with you, right? So I'm going to just sign into Google in the background. And we just open that up, agree to the terms of use, click OK. log in here. And then here's what anti-gravity looks like. All right, so here's anti-gravity. You can see it now, right? So you can see like this is the IDE. And then we can open up a folder, open up agent manager or client repository. Feels exactly like Visual Studio Code or Cursor, to be honest. And then inside here, we can start using the different models. Now, you can select a model here. So you can choose. This is interesting as well. Look at this. So this is Google's IDE, but you can use GPT OSS, Claude Sonnet, Gemini 3 Pro, or Gemini 3 Pro High, right? So you've got two different options between low and high when it comes to coding. And then if we go inside the chat here, we can say, okay, code out an app for any suggestions, people? If not, I'm just going to say research. One of it's connected to the web. But I'm just going to say, okay, research student Goldie and plan out a beautiful landing page for his AI profit boardroom community, which helps people save time, get coaching and help, and unlimited technical support on AI automation, plus has a community of 1,700 people, plus comes with Julian's private AI automations. I put third grade language, direct response style copy, beautiful UI. Let's see what we get back from them. Mark says, nice, happy to help, mate. This was your suggestion. So, I mean, that's the beauty of live streams, isn't it, right? You can do these together. And if you like live streams, inside the AI Profit Boardroom, we do like 4 live coaching calls a week. So you can ask any questions that you have live there, watch cool stuff being built, etc. H Story says Gemini 3 makes much less mistakes overall. Awesome. Okay, so it's planned it now. It said I need an active. So I'm gonna. Can I just get it to run this for me? There we go. And then if we switch to fast now, and I've said, okay, please go ahead. Hey, Historia says anti-gravity is windsurf on. Yeah, let's check it out. It's going to be interesting to see how this performs. When should I use fast, slow, and high, etc.? So I'm going to test out fast now. I think for building something really complex, then, for building something really complex, then you want to use like high. If it's just something basic like a web page, I'm pretty sure you could get away with fast. So it depends what you're using it for. But yeah, I think from what I've seen, yeah, fast is enough. And then, if you're building something crazy, then of course go with high. But I think you'll probably have a credit limit, which means that you can't use too much unless you're going crazy. I'm actually going to switch to low in a sec, just to test it out. So I'm using fast and high right now, and then I'll switch to low in a second. I just want to show you the difference. And Mini PC Tech, thanks so much. Says, as usual, Julian, you are right on top of things and keep us informed. Glad I subscribe to you here and on the AR Profit Boardroom. Appreciate you so much, Mini PC Tech. Like that's super kind, and I'm glad you're enjoying the AR Profit Boardroom as well. That always makes me happy. I think we've got 96 pages of testimonials like that inside the AR Profit Boardroom, and it's thanks to people like you. So really appreciate it. Thank you. So let's keep going through now. Now the HTMS ready to go. I'm going to say, okay, run it. All right, so I think I've got to set up a folder. Let's try that now. New folder, test. Okay. Trust the authors. Yes, I trust the authors. I want to try that again. All right, so I'm going to use low now, fast. Build a website for Julian Goldie's AR Profit Boardroom. Link to this page. What else do I want to do? Probably paste in some information about it. And we'll plug in this. Yeah, we have a lot of training on how we do that, Mark, inside the AR Profit Boardroom as well. So if you want to learn how we grew that group so fast, check out the training inside the AR Profit Boardroom. If you just type in school once you're in the AR Profit Boardroom, you'll see all the training on school and how we did that. Agent execution terminated due to error. Provider overload. There we go. I'm not that impressed, to be honest. So far, it's totally failed. Let's try and switch to. I'm going to put try again, and we'll use Gemini 3 Pro high instead. I was using low before and it totally failed because the provider was overloaded. I can imagine like so many people are using this right now. So it's trying again. Pair Ranks says, sorry, I'm late. Yeah, do you know what? Shout out to Pair Ranks because yesterday they messaged me and said, I'm pretty sure 3.0 Pro is coming out soon or like within the next 24 hours, etc. And then it came out. So shout out to you. That's pretty amazing. Wow, some crazy leaks right there. So Pair Ranks has all the information. So I'm going to accept the changes on this. Now we can open this. I'm going to say open up. Do you know, it's funny that Gemini 3 Pro high is working, but low isn't. Why would it do that? All right, so we've got to set up browser use. I'm going to set that up now. It's going to open up a browser. You probably can't see this. So I'm going to just share my whole screen here. So what you can see here is I'm installing the extension for Antigravity. Let's add that extension now. I've just got to sign into Chrome. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. Wow. That's so cool. That looks awesome. All right. As you can see here, it's taking all the information that I gave it, and then it links through to the AI Profit Boardroom page, the sales page for it. So like, let's say someone was an affiliate for the AI Profit Boardroom. They could easily set up a page inside the Antigravity IDE, create a beautiful landing page like this. It's got all the information, and then goes through to their affiliate link. And then they can link to that from whatever videos you clip on YouTube, etc. And you can see here, like the UI is super nice. It's got all this information about the AI Profit Boardroom, our double guarantee, and then the link. The only thing that I would say here is like you want to add a bit more information and copy to the page, but it's pretty easy to do that because you can go back to the IDE here and say like, okay, now fill out the page with more information about its vision, benefits, story, who we are, why you should sign up, social proof, etc. Right? And that should start coding it out now. However, you can see again, we've got that provider overload error here. So just be aware that a lot of people are using this and you're gonna have to switch between models quite often. I always see this happen with Trey as well. It's like, you know, you have to switch between the models, you have to test different things out, etc. Like it doesn't always work perfectly. But it's looking cool. So let's go back to the IDE. We'll switch to low. Let's see, okay, try that again. There we go. So it's editing the HTML now. Let's see what we get back. And there we go. We've got never error. So, I mean, here's what I would say, right? So, and it's edited the page as well to be even worse. Okay. So, I mean, the output was pretty cool from Antigravity, but because it's brand new and because loads of people are using it and testing it right now, it's super, super slow. And seems to really struggle right there. Gemini's new model training could come as soon as mid-December. Okay, nice, nice. So you let me know what you think. Overall, I would say it's pretty good. I'm excited to see what anti-gravity can do once it's not overloaded with people testing it. But yeah, I've shown you basically how to use Google Gemini 3 Pro to build apps inside AI Studio, how to create apps inside the Gemini, how to use it on Open Router, how to use it inside the IDE as well, and also some of the pros and the cons of using this. TK says, good morning, legend. Good to see you here, Tick. Thanks for joining. So far, it's been a lot better than Claude. You know, for the PS5 controller HTML test, which is another of Pair Ranks HTML test. So thanks for that. Pair Ranks is an absolute legend. And when Gemini 3 Deep Think comes out, it's going to be wild, isn't it? Things are going to get mad. Absolutely mad. A lot of people say, I mean, all of Google's marketing as well is saying like it's basically leading to AGI. But I mean, the benchmarks are just, look at this from Jeff Dean. Look at the comparisons in the benchmarks here. Like Gemini 3 Pro is just destroying 2.5, Claude 4.5 Sonnet, and GPT 5.1. So again, like Gemini have just really established themselves as the best in the world for doing this stuff. Historia says OpenAI has a lot of catching up to do. I would agree. A lot of catching up to do, let's be honest. And you can see Gemini 3 Pro is now #1 across all major leaderboards on LM Arena too. So if we pull this up, we can see the differences here. So Gemini 3 Pro is now #1 across all major leaderboards. #1 in text, vision, and web dev. #1 in coding. Massive gains over 2.5. They've absolutely crushed it, haven't they? They've crushed it. And I've proven that it's pretty good today. So I'm loving it. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to the full guide on Google Gemini, go to the classroom inside the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description, or just go to aiprofitboardroom.com. And then from there, you're going to scroll down and go to SOP Updates November 2025. You'll find the details on Google Gemini's 3.0 app over here. And inside here, you can scroll down. You've got the full app, lots of different prompts, the app that I built. This also comes with all the latest updates and everything else that I've published recently as well, and all my best systems, etc. And then inside the classroom, I mean, we literally update this every single day, right? So you can see here, we're probably the only community in the world for AI that updates their teachings and their trainings every single day, like you can see inside the school classroom. Now, inside the community here, you can see all of our latest posts, competitions, etc. that are running, lots of cool stuff going on. And then also inside the classroom, you'll get access to all of my best trainings on, for example, the 6-week AI Automation Masterclass, where you can learn AI automation from scratch, the playbook that comes with all of my best systems for learning AI and all my best tutorials, etc., and shorts and everything else, AI avatar videos. You've also got automations on lead gen and social media, right? So you can see all these different lead generation and social media automations with video tutorials and step-by-step prompts, etc. And then inside here as well, if you want to learn NA10, we've got all our best templates and workflows. We have the agency course on how to land clients, how to get clients based on what's helped me scale my agency. And additionally, inside here, we have Q&A call recordings. The Q&A call recordings are crazy. Like you can see we've got a whole year of call recordings here, so you can jump on them, ask any questions you have, etc. And then finally, we have the AI SEO automation section and the YouTube AI course as well. So if you want to know how I, for example, create AI videos, how I come up with the topics, how I grew my channel to millions of views per month, I teach it all inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Right? And then we also have 4 weekly coaching calls. So you can jump on the coaching calls, ask any questions you have, get help, get support, get live technical support, etc., and ask any questions, plus connect with the community, right? So feel free to get that. Link in the comments description to the AI Profit Boardroom. We also have, if you're interested in SEO, link in the comments description again. But we have a Black Friday sale for our SEO services here. It's backed by a 7-day guarantee. You can see all the details of this right here on the page, including what you get, the strategy, etc. And you can order directly online, right? So you don't even have to jump on a call. I know, like most people, they actually, like for me personally, I don't want to call. Like before I try out a service, I just want to order online. And so you can switch between these packages, choose which one you want, put in the coupon code Black Friday, hit apply, and then you can see that you'll save 20% with the Black Friday code, which is for a limited time only. And if you order online, you can get access to that SEO service right there and then. So thanks so much for watching. PairRank says, did you try the PS5 test with Gemini 3? Yes, I did. And Gemini 3 absolutely destroyed everyone else when it came to that. Tick says, I wasn't exactly thrilled that using Vea in AI Studio now requires a API paid. Yeah, that is a little bit annoying. If you want to get a free one, though, just go to Opal, Google Opal. And if you can't get access to that, DM me inside the AI Profit Boardroom, and we'll show you a workaround to get access to that. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate everyone who joined and contributed, and thanks for all the questions and everything else. Hope to see you inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Again, you can order SEO online. Link in the comments description as well to that too, with the Black Friday offer. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.